Assalamu alaikum. Taiba here, and you are watching your own channel, Audiovisual Books. And in this section, we are reading the editorial and opinions of Daily Dawn. Let's start today's editorial, that is 4th June 2020, and in the opinion is Losing Without a Fight by Khurram Hussain. Let's start. I have not seen a government abdicate all responsibility to safeguard its citizens from clear and from clear and present danger so comprehensively as this government has just done. It was a moment of disbelief watching the Prime Minister announce that people should take care, try to stay indoors, and then announce a reopening of tourism so people in large numbers starts going to areas like Mari, Swat, Kagan, and Naran and the northern areas where healthcare facilities are already in very short supply, expecting that these tourists will observe SOPs or otherwise not be carrying the virus with them is a weak and distant hope. More likely, this step will open the floodgates of the COVID-19 infection for areas that are already too ill-equipped to handle the situation. Those who keep invoking the plight of the poor and daily wages to make the point that this is a flight and the country cannot afford are missing the point entirely. This was a moment to bring far-reaching changes in the country, to turn the focus of the government away from rentier elites and the security establishment and towards the people. This was the perfect opportunity to start crafting the architecture of what Imran Khan envisioned, in fact, campaigned on, to build a welfare state. We gave out the SOPs. We told you to be careful. They will say as they blame the people. The elements with which to build this state are these, as are the resources. What is lacking is the will. This moment presented the perfect opportunity to forge that will, because for a while back in mid-March everybody was on the same page, that is the fight against the virus was the top priority. The means with which to deliver social protection for example are there, as are the resources with which to ramp up the capacity of the country's healthcare system. Contact tracing, widespread testing, and all other elements with which the fight against the virus could be waged are all possible to undertake given the will. Take one example. One of the fastest growing segments in Pakistan's payment system is mobile phone banking. There are currently 27 providers for this service. I am talking about mobile phone banking provided by banks, not by the telecoms, which is a different story. Consider the number in the first quarter of FY 2017, where there was 1.2 million transactions through this channel, totaling rupees 21 billions. 2 years later, quarter 2 of FY 2019, and that figure rose to 8.5 million and rupees 159.9 billion as the total amount transacted through this channel. In the quarter 2 of FY 2020, these figures have now risen to 17.8 million transactions and rupees 382.5 transacted in total. The numbers are more than doubling every year, faster than any other channel in our payment system, whether ATM or point of sale or internet banking or any other. If you include mobile banking services provided by the telecom companies, these figures skyrocket. The number of merchants servicing clients for these channels is also growing rapidly. It is disingenuous when those who know better argue that we cannot reach the poor because and they do not have bank accounts. To take one example, everybody who uses a mobile phone has a bank account because all mobile numbers now come with a mobile bank account attached with them. If the will to use these channels, coupled with all the ways in which databases of the poor can be built, was present, there were any number of ways in which a vast social protection scheme could be built. Instead, what we had was what the Prime Minister disingenuously called a construction package. The reason I say it was disingenuous is because it was, in fact, never a construction package. Study its detail, and you will realize it was not designed to restart work at construction sites. It was designed to restart the buying and selling of plot files and flats. In short, it was designed to restart speculation in the property market, and that is not surprising given who all were providing input in crafting the package. Latest figures released by the cement industry show that there was a 37% plunge in cement sales in the country in the month of May. The construction package was announced in early April, and the Prime Minister said work should begin by April 14. There is no way to tell if any work has indeed begun in the buying and selling of plot files because this is a totally undocumented area, and the package contained an amnesty scheme to pluff back money, rather illicit and just tax evaded, to acquire assets in the property market without any questions being asked as to the source. With these kinds of reflexes, to turn to the billionaires and speculators allied for advice in the middle of a public health emergency, it is not surprising that the government has not directed toward laying down its arm in this critical fight, with the argument that the cure is worse than the disease. What is grievous and downright pathetic to note is that this surrender has been done in the name of the poor, whereas it is actually at the best of the rest, who do not want to see this business closed any longer. So, if you are poor in Naya Pakistan and you want to feed your family, you have no choice but to go and face the infection and consider it one more occupational hazard. And they have built their SOPs and thrown the gates open, and now that the infection is spreading like wildfire, it is the people themselves who will be blamed. We gave you the SOPs, we told you to be careful, they will say down the road. Perhaps it was a futile hope to harbor in the first place that the rulers of this country will rise to the challenge and seize the opportunity and undertake a far reaching renegotiation of the compact between the ruler and the ruled. Instead, they decided to listen to traders and speculators and throw the country to the mercy of the virus. The writer is a member of staff. Please like and subscribe. And if you like, please share. Thank you.